Developing right now, surveillance video just released showing at least 4 teens beating and robbing a decorated U.S. Marine. D.C. police are hunting for the teens seen in this video assaulting Marine Sergeant Chris Marquez, a Bronze Star recipient. Sergeant Marquez has just ordered at McDonald's and was ready to eat, but the teens had a different idea.
They asked me if I believe that Black Lives Matter. I felt threatened and felt they were trying to intimidate me, so I figured, I'm just going to keep to my food, eat my food, and hopefully they'll just leave me alone. And because I wasn't responding back to them, they were calling me a racist. As soon as I walked out of the McDonald's, I got hit in the back of the head, or in the side of the head, and I just dropped on the ground, and he said I looked unconscious.
Marine Sergeant Chris Marquez goes on the record from the Washington, D.C. VA Medical Center. Good evening, sir.
How's it going, Greg? Thank you for the invite.
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing better. I'm staying here overnight. They told me to come back for follow-up tests, and I did. And they just want to monitor my progress overnight just to make sure there isn't anything too serious.
I feel terrible for you. I mean, just in a McDonald's and you get accosted like this. I mean, it's just terrible what happened to you.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate, but I'm getting a lot of support from family, friends, random strangers, people from all over the country, even here inside the hospital. People have been very supportive, very kind. I heard there's like a GoFund account being created in my name. I actually contacted the person who we actually talked about it. I appreciate that greatly. Most likely, I'm going to, a lot of these funds I'm giving to charity. I want to put some aside for the cab driver, because I wanted to give him a small award for helping, because he really saved my life, I think.
So what happened? You were just eating there and these guys came up to you?
Yeah, I was eating my burger. It was like, what was it? It was an Egg McMuffin. I was eating an Egg McMuffin, and there was a group of kids there, mainly all males. There was one female, possibly 2 females. It's still a little fuzzy, and they were being kind of rowdy, and I figured, teens, that's how, kids are. And so they came by my table where I was sitting. It was just me by myself. And they kind of just confronted me almost, and they asked me if I believe Black Lives Matter. I ignored them just because they were obviously trying to start a confrontation. They were being very intimidating toward me. They were trying to intimidate me, and I wasn't going to play along. So I figured I was just going to ignore them. They'll go away. And then they started calling me a racist. And I believe I told them to go away or just get out of here or something like that. And that's when it gets really hard to, it gets really strange after that, because I don't really remember much. Originally I thought I was attacked inside the McDonald's, but I was able to speak to the manager, and he was reviewing the videotape, and he was going over with me. He said they attacked me as soon as I started to leave McDonald's. I basically opened the door and I was exiting, and that's when I got assaulted in the back of my head. I dropped to the ground, landed on the pavement, and after seeing the videotape, it looks very violent what happened. Apparently I was trying to pick myself up, and they were kicking me in my head, and they robbed everything. They basically robbed me. They tore my pants when they were trying to take my wallet in my back pocket. Like, basically I had to give my pants over to the police for evidence because of that. And then I got up a minute or two later, and I wandered off. That's when I got into the taxi cab. That's what I remember right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and he took me back to my place, and they called the cops, and he took me to the hospital from there.
Chris, it's I hate to see that happen, especially for someone who's served overseas and protected us and comes home and this happens. And I might add, I think that's right in the neighborhood of the FBI, which is a little ironic. Anyway, Chris, thank you very much. And as I told you before you came on camera, when you get out of the hospital, come on over, we'll have a cup of coffee. I'm just across town from you.
Oh, thank you very much. And also, all I wanted to do is just say something really quick.
Yeah.
I really don't want anyone to try to have what happened to me as an excuse for more violence. I really don't want anyone to try to start anything out there. What happened is basically allow the police department to handle it, and we have a court system for that, and that's about what I got to say about that.
Chris, thank you. You're a good man. Thank you, sir.